How's it going, Encounter Life family? Scott here with you guys again for another installment of our leadership chats. Really excited to be doing this. And today I just have a couple scriptures I want to share with you that I hope will bless you and meet you where you're at today. So summertime's here, and for me, that is always a time to reconnect with the Lord, to grow deeper, to go back to the basics of my faith, and just dive into Scripture, and just fall in love with God again. And so that's kind of my idea that I want to share with you guys today. There's a story in Luke chapter 10, where Jesus comes into a town, and these two women, Mary and Martha, they give him a place to stay. And so Martha is busy cleaning the house, doing all these things, getting it ready, and Mary is just sitting at Jesus' feet, just hanging out with Jesus. And there comes a point where Martha is so busy doing stuff, she gets a little annoyed, a little frustrated with her sister, and she goes, "Jesus, will you tell her just to help me finish, help me do these things?" And Jesus calls her on it, and he's like, you know, Martha, you're being anxious. You're anxious of many things, but Mary has chosen the one thing that is most beneficial, to sit here at my feet. What a powerful thing that is. As I was thinking on it today, a thought that came across my mind was, why not get up and help with the chores? Why not finish them quickly so that both of you can sit at Jesus' feet and all three of you can hang out? And that's when I began to realize, I really think that Jesus was telling her, man, this is the most important thing. And if you focus on getting other things done quickly so that you have time for that, the truth is that there will always be something else. There will always be another thing to be anxious about, or to worry about, or to just to consume our time and consume our thoughts. But Jesus was saying that Mary's got it figured out, because Mary's not doing anything else first. She's spending time with Jesus first. And so, man, in Psalm 27:4, David writes of something similar. He says, one thing that I have asked of the Lord, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in his temple. Man, that was like the one thing that he wanted. The one thing he wanted most was simply to be in his presence and to be able to ask him questions, to learn more from him, just to be in front of God. And so my challenge is that, and I'm often reminded of that every time summer comes around, just to let's go back to that time when we fell in love with Jesus, when we simply desired his presence and not all the other stuff that so easily distracts us. In 2 Timothy 3:16-17, it says that all scripture is breathed out by God, profitable for teaching, reproof, correction, training in righteousness, that the man of God may be complete, equipped for every good work. Man, I think that's so cool. One is that this is not any normal book that we have. This is not any normal book we carry, but it is actually the very words of God breathed out. And so if you're not the kind of person who learns well from books, or like maybe you're a visual learner, you need to watch videos and things like that to really comprehend something, I say this is so much different. This is like God actually speaking directly to you, and he's going to help you. He wants to reveal things through his word to us, so that we might know his character better. And so he's not going to let these things pass over you. And when that happens to me, whenever I am like, man, I want to get in the word, I want to understand it better, or if I ever feel like I just read something and I'm like, I have no idea what you're trying to say here, Lord, will you please help me? I pray Psalm 119:18 over myself. It's a verse that says, "Open my eyes that I may behold wondrous things out of your law." And so the author of that, he's simply asking the Lord, help me understand it. Help me to see what you're truly saying. And so that's my challenge to you guys. Last summer, I challenged myself with, it was easy for me to remember, because I just want to do the New Testament in the summer. So if you do 5 chapters a day, you can have it done in 2 months. Or if you do 10 chapters a day, you can have it done in a month. And that was a great thing for me. It was tough. Like sometimes that was a lot to read in one day, but it was good to just keep reminding me to come back to this. And the days that I am in the Word, I'm so much happier. I'm so much less anxious, and more prepared for my day, more hopeful. And yet there are so many times where we forget to even open this thing up, or we're so easily distracted. I challenge myself to read this before I even turn on a device, because they distract me so easily. And so I just hope that you guys are encouraged. I hope that, I want us to get back to the point where it's like, this is your main source of information, that your only dose of God doesn't come from people preaching at you or videos that you see on social media, but God is speaking directly to you. Let's cut out the middleman. Half the time you don't need me to speak, but Lord wants to speak directly to you. And so he's got things to say to you. He loves you. He wants to speak to you this summer. And so give him the opportunity to. He's done it in his word. He's written this for you. And so I hope you guys are blessed by this. I hope this meets you where you're at. And that is my prayer over you guys, that he begins to reveal himself to you through his word like he never has before. All right. I can't wait to see you guys again soon. Be blessed and stay safe out there.